Back in the old setup, back covering some MLB news. It just feels right. Well, we're back home in New Jersey, getting this old style of video back to the old days from GiraffeNeckMarc. It feels right. And we got a lot to talk about today. Charlie Morton signed with the Atlanta Braves. We've got Blake Snell and Carlos Correa trade rumors. And then Randy Arozarena, the star of the 2020 MLB postseason, is in a bit of troubling waters apparently, potentially, allegedly. So I'm going to go over the Morton sign, the Snell and Correa rumors. We got the Randy Arozarena news and everything else in today's video. So as always, if you guys do enjoy the videos on the channel, make sure to drop a like. That's the best way to show your support. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content. Click that sub button, join the team. Remember to get in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts on the Charlie Morton signing, as well as the Randy Arozarena news, Snell, Correa, whatever you got. And of course, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, GiraffeNeckMarc. Links in the description. I got some giveaways going on over there, so check them out. Also want to give a quick shout out today to Auction of Champions. You know them well on this channel. They're sponsoring today's video. And of course, I'm partnering up with them to do a giveaway for a PSA 10 Ronald Acuna Topps Chrome rookie card. So if you want a chance to win that PSA 10 Ronald Acuna rookie card, make sure you go down in the description below and sign up for the giveaway. Now, to the news. Charlie Morton signed a one-year, $15 million deal with the Atlanta Braves today. And this, I don't want to say was a bit of a surprise, but I don't think anybody was really pegging the Braves as one of the favorites to get Charlie Morton this offseason. As we know, Charlie Morton has been with the Rays the last two seasons, and he had an option to come back with Tampa Bay for the upcoming season, but Tampa Bay declined that option and made him a free agent. 2020 was not that great of a year for Charlie Morton. Of course, short season, coronavirus, everything has an impact on him, and it kind of showed. He only made 9 starts in 2020 and had a 4.74 ERA, a whip at 1.395. I mean, these are not numbers that we've seen the last few years, but with Charlie Morton, you know he's going to be a good pitcher, and I think that's more of an account to the shortened season and the weird stuff going on with COVID, as opposed to him maybe not having as good stuff as he once did. Now, I don't think Charlie Morton's going to be pitching at that top 5 pitcher caliber type stuff that we've seen before in the American League, but I think Charlie Morton in that rotation with a lot of younger guys and a lot of talent. You've got Soroka is going to be coming back, you got Max Fried, you got Ian Anderson, they picked up Drew Smiley, and now Charlie Morton. He's a really good middle to back end option for the Atlanta Braves, who now have a plethora of pitching depth because you have Kyle Wright, Bryce Wilson, and whoever else they want to sign, because I think they're probably going to sign at least another starting pitcher or two more to add for depth and help if there are going to be any injuries, if Soroka comes back a little bit later in the season. The Braves have a lot of good pitching depth, and they are continuing to make their team stronger this offseason, continuing to strengthen that rotation, which maybe let them down a little bit in the playoffs, and trying to continue their streak of winning the National League East into 2021. We know the Mets are coming, we know the Phillies are going to come, we know the Marlins are getting better, and the Nationals are in talks for maybe Chris Bryant or Nolan Arenado. The National League East is going to be extremely competitive. The Braves seem to know that and are trying to get better every season. So if you're an Atlanta Braves fan, you should be excited with this Charlie Morton deal. 1 year, $15 million. If it doesn't work out, just like if it doesn't work out with Drew Smiley, you cut him loose, you let go of him the next season, and you look forward to the next guys. But at 1 year, $15 million for Charlie Morton, knowing what kind of pitcher he can be, this is a really good pickup for the Atlanta Braves. Definitely makes their team better in 2021. Now, to move on to the other news involving a Tampa Bay Rays pitcher, this one, of course, still on the team, Blake Snell. Now, we know with Blake Snell, World Series, Kevin Cash took him out when he was pitching a beautiful game, and the Rays ended up losing, getting knocked out of the World Series and losing to the Los Angeles Dodgers. Now, personally to me, I felt like Blake Snell was going to get traded this offseason anyway, but because of what happened, Blake Snell, we know him, he's a little bit of a personality, he's well-spoken, he's out there, he says his thoughts and opinions, he streams all the time, so stuff comes out. We know about the slapdick prospect comments.
We give a fam up for Renfro and a damn slapdick prospect.
To me, it just felt like Blake Snell's not going to like this. He doesn't like the idea of maybe being held back or Kevin Cash being taking him out. He's won a Cy Young before. Like, how do you do it? I can see that being something Blake Snell doesn't like. Now, credit to Blake Snell. He said nothing. He has handled this beautifully. He's handled it like a good teammate, a good pro. But the rumors now that the Tampa Bay Rays involving Blake Snell are that the Rays are open to trading Blake Snell this offseason. And if that is the case, he adds to the list of unbelievable talent that is available on the market, not only in free agency this year, but also through trades. Now, Blake Snell's coming off an interesting 2020 season where he made 11 starts, had a 3.2 ERA, a whip at 1.2, and only pitched in 50 innings. I think he only pitched past the 5th inning in the postseason, didn't do it during the regular season. The Rays tend to kind of baby his arm a little bit because he has had some injury issues in the past. But with Blake Snell, there's 2 things that you really care about, or I should say 3. 1, left-handed pitcher. Everybody loves a good lefty. If you got a guy who can go out there and pitch consistently that is left-handed, it has immense value. 2, he's won a Cy Young before. At age 25, he won the Cy Young in 2018, and he had an absolutely phenomenal year. A 1.89 ERA, led the American League, a whip under 1, led the American League in ERA plus at 217, had a major league best hit per 9 at 5.6. Like, we know how good of a pitcher he can be. He was healthy, put together for a full season, and he won the Cy Young. The other reason is that his contract is unbelievably cheap. He signed a contract extension, revamping, whatever you want to call it, restructuring back in 2019 after winning the Cy Young, 5-year, $50 million deal. So in 2021, 2022, and 2023, you got 3 years left of control over Blake Snell, and he will make $11 million next year, 13 in 2022, and 16 in 2023. For a player who can be at a Cy Young level, who is going to be a frontline starter for you, to spend what, $40 million on the guy over the next 3 years is dirt cheap. Absolutely dirt cheap. Yeah, it doesn't get any cheaper than that, honestly. Let's be honest. To get someone as good as Blake Snell can possibly be for that amount of money doesn't come around often. And I think for the Rays, it's the perfect storm. He's probably going to be at the highest value he's been at since he won the Cy Young. He had a great postseason, looked really strong, and everyone I think is starting to realize that Blake Snell is a really good pitcher in Major League Baseball and can get even better. His contract gets more and more expensive as the year goes on. The Rays, as we know, don't like to spend a lot of money. So for the Rays to take on this $40 million is a little bit different than another team to take it on. The Rays don't spend that kind of money. $16 million on Blake Snell, while it's an incredible contract, Rays see that $16 million and probably go, we could spend that elsewhere to improve the team as a whole, as opposed to one starter. Like, the value is absolutely through the roof for Blake Snell right now. The Rays always sell high and buy low. They sold Tommy Pham at a high. They sold Emilio Pagan at a high. We've seen this in year after year after year with the Rays. Buy low, sell high. That is how they roll. And I wouldn't be shocked at Blake Snell's moves. And I'm telling you right now, pretty much every single team in baseball wants this guy. Gonna cost a lot though. Unlike Francisco Lindor, unlike Chris Bryant, his contract doesn't expire next year. Arenado, he can opt out, of course, but Bryant and Lindor are free agents in 2021. Blake Snell has that control, and that's where the real value comes in. You're not just getting him for a rental. You're getting him for 3 years, and if you get him in the right team, right market, right place, you'll probably be able to extend this guy and keep him there for a long time and get yourself a frontline left-handed starter. Blake Snell's on the market. We also got some rumors about Carlos Correa possibly being on the market. Now, for Correa, I think it's less likely that Correa gets traded this offseason, especially because Francisco Lindor is on the market right now, and when you're thinking about value, everyone's going to go after Francisco Lindor, and you got to see what he gets first before you can really trade for Carlos Correa, because if Lindor doesn't get much, Carlos Correa isn't getting much. They're both going to be free agents next year. You need Lindor to kind of set the market before you can even think about moving Carlos Correa. That's just my opinion, because what if you possibly could have gotten more? Teams are probably thinking, well, I should go after Lindor, because if I can get him for this amount, surely I can get Carlos Correa for this amount. So, you know, Lindor sets the market. Carlos Correa, I don't expect him to be moved. I think he's probably going to stay with the Astros right now. But the fact that his name is being floated around in trade rumors is definitely a big deal. And then the fourth bit of information that I want to talk about, which is a little bit interesting. We don't have a lot of info on it, but apparently Randy Arozarena has been arrested in Mexico, or detained. I think it's detained more so. But from what the story says, Randy Arozarena has been detained, arrested in Mexico, involving an altercation with his ex-wife and his ex-father-in-law and his daughter. So apparently Randy Arozarena went to Mexico to go give gifts to his daughter. And of course, this is all allegedly. None of this has been proven true. So we're just going to say allegedly here. Throw an allegedly stamp on there. Bam. Met up with his ex-wife, took his daughter, was trying to basically take her back with him, take her away from the ex-wife. The ex-father-in-law got involved. Apparently there was a bit of a scuffle. Randy Arozarena possibly assaulted the ex-father-in-law. And that's all we know right now. I have no opinions on this situation because I obviously wasn't there. All the details are super vague, not detailed. We don't know a lot about the situation. All we really know is apparently what the headlines are and what the alleged acts are. And allegedly, Randy Arozarena was trying to take his daughter back from his ex-wife. It got a little bit violent with the ex-father-in-law. There have been no signs that he made any sort of type of assault or violence towards the ex-wife. We know he might have hit the ex-father-in-law. We know he was trying to take the daughter. That's all we really know right now. Arrested, Mexico, overtaking his daughter from his ex-wife. So it's an interesting story. We're gonna have to keep a close eye on it over the next few weeks because, of course, Randy Arozarena, not only just a Major League Baseball player, but he took the world by storm this World Series in postseason, where he was just possibly the best player or had the best performance in postseason history this season. I mean, I bought the guy's card for like $20 before the postseason started, and it skyrocketed all the way to $120. Like, he just was so viral. He was so impactful. Everybody's eyes were on him. You had to watch this guy play every single time he stepped on the field. Randy Arozarena was special, and he looked like a young budding star in Major League Baseball. But if all these allegations are true, if there's more to it, if there's less to it, it could completely change the outlook of Randy Arozarena going forward, could completely change the trajectory of his career, and can really affect the Tampa Bay Rays. If Randy Arozarena ends up getting in some serious legal trouble, gets involved with an MLB joint domestic violence issue stuff. He could be missing time. He could be missing games. He could go to jail. There's a lot of implications. The story is very much developing right now, and I know very, very few details. I'm going off of the small amounts of stuff that I've seen because there just isn't much. But before we jump to any conclusions, try to figure out the entire story because there seems like there's a lot of different ways that this thing can go. So we have no idea what's going on here. There's no definitive answer as to what happened with Randy Arozarena, but we will definitely keep an eye on it moving forward. And in terms of baseball news, that's pretty much it. It's been a pretty slow offseason. We got Morton signing today, some trade rumors, but no big names have really been linked to any teams yet. We've got no Real Muto news, no Bauer, Springer. It's been super quiet. But I would love to know what you guys think about what we talked about in today's video. Charlie Morton, Correa, Snell, Randy Arozarena. Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm going to be replying to comments for like the first 30 minutes, so get down there if you want to have a conversation. Drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it. That always helps support the channel, as well as subscribe if you have not yet done so. Drop me a follow on Twitter and Instagram, GiraffeNeckMarc, links in the description, doing giveaways over there, as well as make sure to go check out the giveaway link to a Ronald Acuna PSA 10 card down in the description below from Auction of Champions. That's where I'm going to wrap up today's video. You guys know the drill from here on out. YouTube recommends you watch this one. This is my most recent upload, so click through those if you have not yet seen them. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you all tomorrow for another video.